Welcome back to Book Break. In this video, I am letting Reese Witherspoon control my TBR. Reese Witherspoon has the best book taste ever. I have just been looking back at all of her book club picks and so many of my favourites are on there. She has previously recommended Where the Crawdads Sing, Daisy Jones and the Six, The Paper Palace. She also has amazing taste in the books that she chooses to adapt for TV, so Big Little Lies, Little Fires Everywhere. I just really trust her reading taste. So I then got interested to see how many Macmillan books Reese Witherspoon has recommended, and I have come up with a really exciting list of 5 books. Most recently, the pick for Reese's book club in March was The Club by Ellery Lloyd. I have got this one on the top of my TBR already. I'm so excited for this. I absolutely loved Ellery Lloyd's last thriller, People Like Her, which was about social media, and this one is about an exclusive celebrity members club that's going to turn dark. So I think this is so exciting. Reese Witherspoon has given it that final extra nudge. I definitely have to read this. The month before, the Reese's book club pick was The Christie Affair by Nina de Gramont, which I absolutely loved. That book was so much fun. It's a fictionalized reimagining of what might have happened during the 11 days that Agatha Christie went missing. That is a real thing that happened, and in this book we fill in some of those gaps. There's an extra twist because the book is narrated from the perspective of Agatha Christie's husband's mistress. So there's so much going on in that book. I absolutely loved it. It's a great sign, as I said, that I always should trust Reese's picks. Last summer, the YA book club pick was Tokyo Ever After by Emma Kojin, which is a book that sounds like it's got Princess Diaries vibes. It's about a Japanese-American teenager who discovers that her father is actually the Crown Prince of Japan, and so she is thrown into this whole new world. And then she falls for her bodyguard. Back in November 2018, Reese picked for her book club The Other Woman by Sandy Jones, which is a thriller that I have read. That one's got such a twist in it. So this is about a woman who's in this great relationship, but her partner's mother does not seem to like her and is determined to push her out of his life. But of course, no one is quite what they seem. And then the 5th Macmillan book that I found on this list is Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. This is a book that Reese Witherspoon is adapting into a movie that is coming out this year with Mila Kunis. I'm so excited because I loved this book. This was a book that I raced through, read all in one go. There are so many twists and turns. It's about a woman with this kind of seemingly perfect life, but she is hiding a lot of secrets and trauma from her past. The book gets really dark. It covers so many topics. I could not put it down, could not stop reading for a second. So those are the 5 Macmillan books that Reese Witherspoon has put her seal of approval on, and the 2 from that list that I haven't yet read are Tokyo Ever After and The Club. So seeing as I have The Club already on my shelf waiting to be read, this is the book that I'm going to dive in and get started with now. Thank you, Reese Witherspoon, for choosing this next book for me. I'm going to take you along with me. We can vlog this journey of reading this book, and if you think that I should next read Tokyo Ever After, do let me know in the comments, and I will take Reese's word for that one as well. Everyone's dying to join, and I, for one, am dying to read, so let's get started. Oh my goodness, this was such a strong opening, gripped right from page 1. So we're thrown firstly into a scene that we don't really understand what's going on of someone fleeing this island, and then the next section is the first bit of an article written in Vanity Fair about this great tragedy, this great disaster that happened at the launch of this members event. Let me find it. It was so good. It was the club you'd kill to join, the launch event to which the A-list were dying to be invited. What no one could have anticipated was how tragically things were about to go wrong. And then we get to read the beginning of that Vanity Fair article right up to the point where, in a very dramatic fashion, from this like really cool underwater restaurant that's looking out to the sea, a body is found. Ah! I'm hooked. I need to cancel my plans and read this now. We're meeting loads of different characters. Each chapter so far has been someone else's perspective, different members of staff, different people to do with this island. I'm excited for my commute so I can keep reading this book. I don't have time to talk, I gotta leave the house. When I tell you this book is a page turner, at the end of every single chapter there has been some kind of reveal, not even a reveal, like some kind of hint that there is something we don't know that I just can't wait to find everything out. There's so many characters here, they all have different motivations, we know things are going to go terribly wrong and I don't know how it's all going to fit together. Right, the club and I are going for a treat this evening. I am going to go and get my nails painted, and so I have just got myself an audiobook of the club, so I've got a full hour to just relax, have my nails made pretty and listen to this page turner. To set the scene a little bit more about what it is that I'm reading. So the club is about this members club called Home, and there's loads of them all around the world. But this project is their most ambitious one yet. They have launched a new home on an island, and this book is set over the weekend. They are officially launching this island home. Loads of things are going wrong. The locals, for one, are not happy at all. The book is kind of giving me like Fire Festival vibes, really upmarket, but things going wrong. The club is amazing. We get this tour of everything they've got and it sounds, I mean, I would love to be invited without all the murder, obviously. I think absolutely every single person in this book has secrets. Okay, my nails are done, I'm on the sofa, ready to keep reading, and we have had an exciting development that I did not expect. It was alluded to that one of the characters was not there for the reasons you might think, but I did not see this coming. I think that is going to be a theme of my reading experience of this. There is going to be a lot in here that I did not see coming. I was up reading last night, like right up until my eyes were closing. I did not want to go to sleep if that meant putting the book down. This book is gonna mess with my sleep schedule. I just uncovered yet another big twist. This is one I should have seen coming, but I just didn't. Even today, I was talking to my colleagues at work about this book and telling them how, despite the murder and stuff, I still really wanted to be a member of the exclusive members club. It just sounded so glamorous. Now, what I've just discovered has changed my mind on that. Back to the audiobook, because I'm walking to the theatre tonight, so I've got a nice long walk to listen to more of this. I'm forming a theory. I'm really interested to see if I'm going to be right. Forming a theory about how some of the characters might be connected to each other. I always guess twists wrong, so this is probably no exception, but maybe for once I've been a good detective. Interesting. My theory has already been proved wrong. See, I told you I'm terrible at this. And the sun is coming out. It's a Friday afternoon, so I'm settling here. Some reading. Okay, so that theory that I was proved wrong about yesterday, I formed a new, similar, even more complicated theory. Maybe I'll be right this time. I've added more to my theory. If I'm correct, this is all coming together amazingly. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm always wrong. As predicted, I was totally wrong. Just had a reveal that proves basically the entirety of all of my theories wrong. So that's classic. I haven't had everything solved for me yet. I've got two main questions I still know the answer to. Weirdly, both of them are who was in that car? Different cars, different decades. Plot twist. And I have finished the book, and that book kept me guessing literally right up into the final page. None of the theories that I came up with were ever quite right. I guessed enough things to make me feel clever, but however clever I thought I was being, the authors just kept managing to be even more clever. I loved the ending of this book, really loved it. There are, I would say, about 3 main ending moments within the epilogue of this book that each tie up different strands of the storyline, even though they do all link together. And each of those big 3 moments were like punch the air moments of how satisfying they are at the end of so many dark secrets. I loved the characters, in the sense, of course, that I didn't love them. They were all terrible, terrible people. Even the most good eggs amongst this bunch all were morally grey in the most marvellous way. Even the best characters had dark moments, and without fail I loved those moments in each of their character developments. And some of the characters were just full out terrible from the start, and I loved reading about those too. These authors, I would love to know what's going on in their dark, twisted brains. And I mean that, of course, entirely as a compliment. I genuinely want to invite these authors to my next dinner party and pick their brains. So Reese Witherspoon has done it again. Once again, she was absolutely right to pick this book, and I was right to trust her reading recommendations. So this was my vlog of letting Reese Witherspoon control my TBR, and she nailed it. I would love to do this again. Let me know in the comments below if there is another celebrity who you think has a really good reading taste, so I should trust their next recommendation. Or should I just stick with Reese? She seems to know what she's talking about. If you liked watching this reading vlog, I will link here to the last reading vlog I did on Book Break, which was for Hanya Yanagihara's latest book, To Paradise. So do click through and watch that, and I'll see you next time.